Welcome back on a typical hot summer day in South Texas, much like the one we had today. The cool waters of the Comal River are one of the beacons of relief from the heat, and tubing, of course, is one of the big ways to enjoy the summer days.
Yeah, but the current hot and dry conditions mean the trip down the river is a little different this year. The night team's John Paul Barajas explains why that could be good for a local business.
I have 4 tokens for you. Y'all are going to turn these in around the corner for your tubes. I also have 4 wristbands. All 4 of y'all will need to wear one. Have y'all floated with us before?
There you go. It's no secret. Come summertime in South Texas, you have to find ways to beat the heat. And for many, river tubing is a go-to pastime.
It's my first time, and I'm really excited. It's fun.
So you've been on the river before?
Yeah, too many times.
But this summer, water levels could affect your ride along the river. For the Comal, stream flow is at 113 cubic feet per second, which is about 3 times slower than it normally is. The float here on the Comal is about 2 miles long, and typically when water levels are higher, it takes about an hour and 45 minutes to complete the float. But with water levels dropping, the time is significantly slowed to 3.5 hours. But the owner of Texas Tube says that's not necessarily a bad thing for those enjoying the water.
We're at a point to where you can still float all the way through. That's what's important. People don't like to get up and walk. So about a 3-hour float, people have enough, they're ready to go, get some AC, get some food in town, and hit the sack pretty early.
Coley Reno owns Texas Tubes. He says even with the drop in water levels, business is good. And most people we spoke to are okay with a longer float. Can you tell the difference of how slow it is? Or?
Definitely. I think I enjoy it because it's just longer in the water, then you don't have to go through the shuttle if you want to come back.
But some with small kids say they'll think twice.
Yeah, that is a little bit concerning that it is going to take a little bit longer. But that's just us because we have a huge family, kids and all that, so we don't want to take too long on the river.
Slowed float or not, the Comal was packed and full of fun. John Paul Barajas. KSAT 12 News.
From long hot days on the Texas rivers to across America, a small plane has crashed in Southern California, killing all 6 passengers on board. Now, according to a statement from the Riverside County Sheriff's Office there, deputies found that aircraft fully engulfed in flames in a field near the French Valley Airport, which is roughly 80 miles southeast of Los Angeles. That flight departed from Las Vegas. That crash under investigation.
Sheriff's deputies in Memphis, Tennessee believe they have now found the body of a missing 3-year-old boy. Early yesterday morning around 1 a.m., deputies say a witness called police saying a 4-year-old girl and a 3-year-old boy were spotted running in the street in their neighborhood. Deputies found the little girl, but not the little boy. The children's mother reportedly called police 4 hours later saying her kids were missing. Yesterday afternoon, search and rescue found a body in the lake, and it is believed to be the missing little boy. The case is under investigation. Well, clients who received the so-called vampire facial at a spa in New Mexico that closed about 5 years ago now being urged to get tested for bloodborne infections. According to the state's Department of Health, the spa has been linked to a new HIV case. The vampire facial involves using a needle to inject plasma into the skin on your face. The state inspection at the VIP spa revealed unsafe practices being used that could spread bloodborne infections to clients. The discovery is reportedly one reason why the spa was closed down in 2018. But last month, the owner of the spa pleaded guilty to 5 felony counts of practicing medicine without a license. Earlier this week, New Mexico's Department of Health asked former clients who previously tested to test again.
Cleanup crews have recovered 35,000 pounds of asphalt from a train derailment that likely caused the Yellowstone River Bridge to collapse in Montana. Officials say the collapse sent 6 train cars into the river. The Environmental Protection Agency said their priorities right now remain to remove as much material as feasible from the site and to minimize the impact of that cleanup on the ecosystem. The agency is also asking the community to report any sightings of asphalt and oiled wildlife in the area. The president of Montana Rail Link has said it could be weeks, not months, until the rail line into that area reopens. Caught on camera, deputies in Orlando, Florida arrest an off-duty deputy from a neighboring county after he allegedly tried to outrun them. Take a look. Lake County authorities say the Orange County deputy was speeding on a motorcycle, and instead of slowing down when they tried to pull him over, they say he sped off. Dash cam and body cam video capturing the incident. The deputy on the motorcycle did eventually stop, and as you can see, he was arrested after backup officers responded to the scene. That deputy has since been fired from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. He reportedly was with that office for less than a year.
In a little less than a month and a half, believe it or not, students are going to be back in school. But if you're not careful, the summer break could cause a learning gap for them. As the night team's Patty Santos reports, education experts say just 30 minutes a day is all you might need to prevent the summer slide.
Pieces do we have? Ready? Count for me. 1, 2, 3.
15 to 30 minutes a day of enrichment activities can go a long way to prevent summer learning loss, known as the summer slide.
We can see as much as a whole semester of learning loss over the summer when we don't keep it going.
Educators at Brighton Preschool gave us some ideas on easy activities. Just tailor it to your child's age and interests.
Have them do cooking activities with you. That's all math, measuring and counting and timing.
Reading, a walk at the park could become a science lesson. Cooking turns into a life skill lesson. Just be engaged. That means phones down and making eye contact.
Remember that it's quality of time that you want to work on, not quantity.
Student in Marissa Buentaya's class are learning using simple things most families have at home. Leaves, water, and Legos.
As long as we keep on feeding their minds, then everything's going to be great with them.
Keeping older kids motivated is a little tougher. Suggestions: provide them with age-appropriate reading on subjects in which they are interested, and maybe try something this teacher mom did with her own kid. Give them money and a task.
So we gave her her own budget. She had to budget, do some good math, and she had to make sure that she had all of her school clothes ready to go.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Experts say kids' vocabulary can be enhanced sometimes by just talking to them, along with writing and reading. And they add sticking to a routine and sleep schedule will help them transition back to school next month. Well, coming up, the Northern Lights are expected to put on quite a show soon. We'll tell you when the light show will begin and how many U.S. states could get the chance to see the spectacle. Next.
A well-known phenomenon rarely seen in the lower 48s will be visible in 17 states close to the Canadian border.
This coming Thursday, July 13th, people living in those states may be able to see the Northern Lights. The glow produced by electrons from space interact with the sun and Earth's magnetic field. The higher the geomagnetic activity, the brighter the aurora.
Space Weather Prediction Center says if you are interested in seeing the lights, if you happen to be up near the Canadian border in one of those states, you should get away from the city lights. As we get closer to Thursday, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration will monitor the activity and release a forecast of its own. So if you happen to find yourself up north this week, look north.
Yeah, and be grateful that it's not this hot.
I was going to say, and probably enjoy some cooler temperatures because, we'll be baking in the heat still throughout the upcoming week and even into next weekend, it looks like as well. Speaking of which, yes, it was a hot start to the weekend, noticeably hotter than where we topped off yesterday. 100 degrees here in San Antonio. Same for places like New Braunfels, Pleasanton, stretching over to Carrizo Springs. 98 in Kerrville. 101 was the high off to our southwest in Cotulla. Now, right now, we're still in the upper 80s and low 90s, feeling a few degrees warmer than that just because we still have the moisture and the mugginess in place. And as we look ahead, Sunday again around 100, and that triple-digit trend is going to continue all the way through the upcoming work week. So we'll get you another full look at all of those toasty details headed our direction coming up here in just a few.
And my family's coming to visit from California next week, and I just don't know what to tell them. I'm like, just, think of some indoor activities. We'll be swimming a lot. It'll be fine.
That'll help. Something with air conditioning.
Yeah, I had to prep them, though. I mean, this is not
outside between the hours of 12 and 8.
They might melt. I don't know.
We'll see. They've been before that. They know that it's July and it's Texas. But out of all the weeks heading into the upcoming week, it's going to be a hot one across our neck of the woods. Let's get you a look at our weather headlines. That essentially is the big story here moving forward. High pressure is going to strengthen over the state of Texas, which which means after finding a couple of days with some slightly cooled air thanks to the rain that we saw, that main focus now turns to the heat and potentially even building heat gradually over the next few afternoons with more triple-digit days ahead. And as we were talking about earlier, with this high pressure now becoming the main driver of our weather pattern, unfortunately, we don't have any rain chances really in the forecast over the next 7 days. So thankfully, over the past 7 to 8 days, we have managed to find a little bit of rain out there in spots. Here's a look at some area rainfall totals. Just over 1/10 of an inch here in San Antonio, about 3/10 of an inch in Pleasanton, over an inch of rain in Hondo, stretching over to Uvalde, even over 2 inches in Eagle Pass. A little bit closer to Bexar County. Again, it hasn't been for everybody, but at least we did find some spotty downpours over the past 48 hours. 0.04 of an inch at Kelly. 0.19 in Lytle. A little bit higher totals, though, out there in eastern Medina County for places like Rio Medina and stretching down to Castroville. Of course, we do still have a lot of work to do when it comes to the rainfall department. This is the latest drought monitor update that actually was released Thursday morning, and we didn't see a whole lot of change, just a little bit more of those abnormally dry conditions, this yellow color that filled in across our far southern counties near and just south of Pleasanton. But for us here in Bexar County, we still do have moderate to even severe drought and even extreme to exceptional drought off to our northwest once you get up into the hill country. So hopefully we'll be able to see a pattern change in the next few weeks to at least give us a few rain chances back into the forecast. But until then, this is what we are left with. Mid to upper 70s in the morning. So yes, it is going to be a muggy start out there over the next few mornings. I think it's possible we see a few morning clouds out there tomorrow, but again, plenty of sunshine into the afternoon, a high near 100. Yet again, 101 by Monday and a forecast high of about 102 as we head into Tuesday. So we've got that high pressure system anchored off to our west late tonight as we head into the back half of the weekend and into next week. That is going to ever so slightly move eastward and really strengthen over the state of Texas. So that's why those daily chances to climb into the triple digits are currently in the forecast. And right now it is still plenty hot and humid out there. Official temperature of 90 degrees over at the airport, but a dew point of 72. Remember, dew point's how we measure that low level moisture here in the atmosphere. So it does still feel like 97 degrees. Winds out of the south-southeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. 87 in Pleasanton right now, still 91 in Cotulla, 92 in Del Rio. Rock Springs a little bit cooler, checking in at 81 degrees. Again, as we head into the overnight, we'll start off in the mid to upper 70s with some cloud cover, 82 by 9 a.m., 88 by 11 a.m., and then into the early afternoon hours, more sunshine, feeling already like the triple digits, and then those daytime highs topping off near 100 degrees for us here in town. A little bit hotter, of course, the farther south and west that you go. And remember, we still do have the moisture in place, so it feels like temperatures tomorrow could top off around 105 here in San Antonio. We do have some of those heat advisories still in place, and I imagine we'll continue to see some of those titles throughout the upcoming weeks. So just continue to take it easy out there, because as of right now, this heat is not letting up, guys.
Checking on your people, make sure they're okay. Thank you so much, Mia.
It feels like since the summer of the whole Kawhi drama, the summers have not been good to the Spurs. It's been bad news after bad news. This summer, completely different.
Good news.
Yeah, no, everything has been going great for the San Antonio Spurs. And now we have learned that Greg Popovich has signed a new deal with the team that makes him the highest paid coach in the NBA. Details coming up on how long Pop is planning to stick around. And does Victor Wembanyama ever sleep? This guy's got the busiest schedule out there. He was part of the NBA's big announcement today, introducing the new in-season tournament. We'll show you what Western Conference teams the Spurs are playing for the right to win the NBA Cup. Sports is coming up next. Well, the summer news keeps coming for the San Antonio Spurs, and it's not just all Wemby related. Today, we learned that Greg Popovich is sticking around for some time with the organization. The team announced today that Pop has signed a 5-year contract extension to stay on as head coach and president of basketball operations. ESPN is reporting that Pop's new extension is worth $80 million, making him the highest paid coach in the league. Popovich is already the league's most winningest head coach with 5 NBA championships as well. And now he gets the chance to coach Victor Wembanyama. Pop and Wemby are in Vegas right now for NBA Summer League. Victor was also part of the NBA's big announcement today for its new in-season tournament. And we mentioned just a little while ago, all 30 teams will play in the tournament and try to win what's being called the NBA Cup. That's the trophy there. So the teams were broken up into 6 groups of 5 teams. Here's a look at who the Spurs will play in their group. They will face Golden State and Oklahoma City on the road, and then they will get Sacramento and Minnesota here at home at the AT&T Center. It's 4 group games total that will be played all in the month of November. So if the Spurs win the group or finish as one of the 2 wildcard teams, they will advance to the quarterfinal round. The semifinals and championship game will be played in Las Vegas. Of course, Las Vegas on December 7th and the 9th. So all these games will count towards the regular season standings. The full schedule for the NBA in-season tournament will be announced next month. All right, San Antonio FC had a month of June they would like to forget, so they did not win a single match in 4 games. Last month, they had to settle for 1 loss and 3 draws. Well, those ties pushed San Antonio to 7 draws for the season. Last year, their championship season, SAFC had 5 draws total. So going into Memphis last night, after getting a win at home to start the month of July, San Antonio FC turned on the scoring. Forward Tani Oluwaseyi had a hat trick by halftime. Unbelievable. It's his 2nd hat trick this season, and he hasn't even been with the team very long. San Antonio FC won 4-0, improving to 2-0 in July. San Antonio has outscored their last 2 opponents 7-1. So what has been the difference in these last 2 matches?
I think, we had a tough run of games there where we played decent, but we didn't play to what we thought we could. And I think at this point in the season, we're just starting to put things together. We're just starting to gel a little bit more, understand each other a bit more, and everything's kind of falling in place the way we want it to. I said last week that we haven't really hit our peak yet, and I think with each game that comes and each win that we get, we can definitely get closer and closer to that peak.
SAFC gets the weekend off, but will stay on the road for their next match. They'll play at El Paso on Wednesday night against the Locomotive FC. All right, guys, so a lot of confusion, questions about this in-season tournament. It'll be interesting to see how many people watch this thing, or even just if the players actually get interested themselves in playing.
I know. Well, I mean, it counts, so they have to be interested.
It does count,
right?
yes. Yeah.
I was so interested, I wasn't even paying attention.
He's doing the math of how this would work.
Yeah, I know, Tim.
Crunching numbers.
There. Yeah.
All right, we're told to wrap. Thanks. Bye.
All right, waking up tomorrow morning, mid to upper 70s, a muggy start, but plenty of sunshine into the afternoon, a high around 100 degrees, feeling closer to 105, and we'll continue that triple-digit trend all the way through next week.
I wish I wasn't paying attention for that.
You tuned out at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's all of our time.
We have tomorrow. Don't worry. We hope you join us tomorrow to see if he's paying attention.